Doing
Keyshaun, how you doing, man?
good.
You guys really, obviously had to rally 8 points down, in the second half. What was the difference, you think? I thought, obviously Mo had a bearing on that, but what did you guys, turn around in the second half?
I think the defense, the effort. We came out in the second half with a couple stops, and in the offensive end, of course, Big Mo had a couple rebounds to give us second chance points. So that kind of helped also.
And they hit a lot of 3-pointers in the first half, started to kind of miss in the second half. I mean, when a team's hitting, I think they made 8 of their first 13 3-pointers. I mean, how do you guys do? Do you talk about that? How they're making shots, or how do you change that around?
We just try to get them on defense. We're trying to get high hand closed out on them. Just trying to make it really tougher on them and make the shots difficult.
And you guys are, still stay in first place. Did you guys talk about that a lot? I know West kind of downplays it, but is that something you guys, talk about here with a week left in the regular season?
Not really. We just try to get better one day at a time.
Thanks, Keyshaun. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Tom.
Big Mo, how you doing?
Doing all right, man. It was solid.
Kind of a lackluster first half for you. You got some, well-needed rest, I guess. What did you try to do in the second half just to make a difference there?
I just feel like I had to. I feel like in the first half, we was getting good shots, but we wasn't really going to the board. I feel like my job on this team. So it definitely was. It was hard just to sit down and just look at that, So I had to get out of my head a little bit too, because I was really upset I got the second one, but I just knew my team needed me, so I just had to, wait my time, wait the turn. So second half came, I just knew we had to come out and jump, Even if the first play, I think they hit a 3 or something, but we just knew we were still good. Regardless, just stay together, we're gonna be good. So just attack the offensive glass and just get my team as much second chance points as I can. So that's why.
I've seen you guys play a lot. That's the most physical game I've ever seen. The refs weren't calling a lot except on you in the first half. I mean, have you been in more of a physical game like that?
I don't understand. The first half, I'm the whistles was just going everywhere. And then every time it gets our side, they just get quiet. But we just got to keep. That's one thing we always talk about in practice. Is like practice is always harder because they call even worse than us in practice, and we try to just keep a level head and just try to understand that the refs we got to control what we can control. That's just doing stuff we can do. And we have to just understand that even on nights that's not going our way, if we play our hardest and play together and we're focused, it's going, even if we don't win the results, we're going to feel like we played the best we can. And when you do that most of the times, you get, results like we did tonight. So we're definitely happy we got that.
And I thought both teams really adjusted to the physical play. I mean, they weren't calling much, but you guys, both teams really adjusted, I thought.
Sure. You could tell, nobody was begging for any call. You just no foul, we just next play. And I feel like that's just understanding the way they were calling and just adjusting to that. And I feel like that's the only way you can win. You can sit there and say you're gonna whine all game, but they're not gonna change the call. So we're just on to the next.
And Mo, one more thing. You guys got one more week of the regular season. How important is it to get you that number 1 seed going into the tournament? To get some momentum.
Hey man, we just got Western on Monday. That's really the only thing we can just think about. Just one game. That's it. Just we could all here sit here and we're in first place. We can just 3 more games, but nah, we just got one game. We just got one practice tomorrow. That's always not trying to look ahead, just trying to look at what's right in front of us. One at a time. I feel like that way, if we do what we have to do, I feel like at the end of the season we're gonna be happy with what we finish with.